Welcome back. It's a free day still, and we got one more bonding point to use, so we can go off and see Musse in there. But first, I keep doing that, I want to go to the notebook and go through these black records. Because we've done these in the previous game, so now it's time to look at these new ones. So, the Magic Knights, year 527. This is black record number 2. 150 years after the recapture of the capital by Emperor Hector, powerful families rose across the empire while imperial power stabilized. The empire slowly took on the form of multiple territories. The noble families were recognized by the emperor, and they soon began to quarrel over territories, starting many small-scale battles. Yeah, well, it would. During this time, great knights akin to Emperor Hector's Vermilion Knight appeared and were occasionally used in conflict. Some noble families each received their own azure, violet, ash, silver, and gold knights, allowing them to wield overwhelming power and determine the outcome of battles. Intriguing. However, the great knights were something of a calamity. Other powerful noble families were not in search of more power or mira, but in search of some kind of resistance. Then came the mages, new creations, golems born of magic, the Magic Knights. Like many others, the mages were in pursuit of the glory of the ancient Sumerians. Were obsessed with... I'm slowing down because my theories are jumping in. Of the ancient Sumerians, and were obsessed with recreating it. With mira from the noble families and the help of a certain faction, several Magic Knights were created to resist the Great Knights. Fortunately, these Magic Knights were imperfect. They had a critical fault of only being operable when spirit veins were activated. Luckily, spirit veins were always disrupted wherever the Great Knights appeared, so the Magic Knights became a successful resistance countermeasure. In the year 527, the first golem that was used as a basis for the Magic Knights was created by a mage, serving a now extinct but formerly powerful northern noble family. At the height of 5 Arge, this headless golem called Algaria became a remnant of the mage's trial, an error, and a prototype for later golems. That's intriguing, isn't it? Makes me question more about the veins and stuff like that. It's like, I want to know more about the veins and how they work, and if the ones that are in the east, I'm assuming they are the same thing. They were named slightly different, but I'm assuming they're still the Septium veins. It's just, if they are, what's happening in the east? It's intriguing. But anyway, so Black Records number 4, the Lionheart Emperor, year 994. Forgive me, you may leave now. Yes, sir. I can't go down. Oh, I was going to go down and have the thing go line by line as they were reading, but forgive me. You may leave now. Yes, sir. Please call for me if anything happens. The head butler, now in his late years, bowed before leaving. The other man sighed deeply as he lied down on the bed. Not laid, lied. He was elderly and sick. His well-trained body was as sturdy as a fortress still, and very few would ever doubt the condition of his health. However, he was clearly aging, weakening, and felt his end looming over the horizon. The Lionheart Emperor, otherwise known as Strikles Rize Arnor. He was the 73rd Emperor and ending the age of 70. After ending the 5-year-long civil war known as the War of the Lions, Strikles had been working tirelessly for 40 years. Oh my. Although he was enthroned the year the war ended, he had lost his Nordic friends and parted with the witch. He and his vassals worked hard to restore the empire. I have no regrets. No need to worry about the children either. The Empress had also urged to give up on thoughts of the past. She was the daughter of a marquis who was assassinated during the Civil War, and although she was much younger than he, they fell deeply in love, and she bore him 2 sons and 2 daughters. Although she passed several years earlier, their children remained healthy and would shoulder the burden of the reconstructed empire's future. The next generation is being raised as well. In the first half of the war, his best friend, Roland Vander, gave his life to protect him, and now Arnor raised his son. The son was already in his 40s now, and he flourished as a martial arts master while serving as a military officer. Then there was Thors Military Academy. Here we go. He had established this academy 20 years prior, as a place for the best and brightest, accepting students from various backgrounds. He'd be surprised. He smiled, thinking of his good friend that had fallen into a deep slumber at the end of the Civil War. The academy was constructed at the place where he now rested. These long years weren't for nothing then. As long as I can endure that thing before the goddess comes for me, that is. His good friends, it's clearly Valimar. So, anyway, he looked apathetically to the corner of the room. There waited the nameless darkness. Today, it came again to speak to him, begging pathetically, threatening with intimidation, subtle and inviting. He knew what it was ever since that day 40 years ago when he took the throne. I suppose I should be happy the children and their descendants were not cursed. If he were not the man with a lion's heart, it would have surely been the start of unbearable suffering and despair. Tricles. An incredibly nostalgic and harmonious voice, long golden flowing hair suddenly appeared. Sorry, I've got loads of theories just like, wait. Alright, so that page, his friend, like, deep slumber, that's Valimar. The Ashen Knight, you know. This, it's like the Lionheart thing. Because I'm just thinking, I've still got theories dripping in my head with Rean and his heart. It's like, is that somehow related? But if you were not the man with a lion's heart, it would surely have been the start of unbearable suffering and despair. I don't know. I don't know. It's just the idea of this heart thing is just like it's connected in my head. It's like I'm gonna keep an eye on that. I don't know. It's that sort of thing. Like my mind does these weird connections. You know how it is. It's just that case of I feel like there's some kind of connection there with that Lionheart and Rean's damage where his heart is. So it's like, is this Lionheart a thing? Rather than an actual heart, like, is it? It could have been like a quartz or something like that or a mechanical device that has a quartz in it, or uses septium veins or something like that, and that's how Rean can access his ogre power. Maybe it's some kind of device. Maybe it's something is inside of him that is this lion's heart that stops some kind of corruption, unbearable suffering and despair. And this is Drykel's an incredibly nostalgic and harmonious voice, long golden flowing hair suddenly appeared. Sandal? That seems what it is at that point. But anyway, so yeah, we got some interesting stuff there from that. I just got some inklings of something. I don't know. It's one of the things, you know how my theories are. It's just that sort of things pop in my head and I don't know where they're going yet. It's just that sort of like, they're onto something, but I don't know what. It's like, what is going on in my head? I don't know. But it's exciting, that's why I'm speaking very fast. Slow down. The Ouroboros shutdown phenomena, year 1203. February. The southern reaches of the Sutherland province. All Ouroboros power came to a sudden stop in the area around Palm and Titus Gate. It had been a relatively mild winter, but without lights, communication. I feel like we've read this one, haven't we? But I'll carry on anyway. Communications or heaters. The people of Palm found themselves subjected to cold and darkness for an entire week. Sutherland Provincial Army was called in to provide aid. After a short investigation, the source of the outage was determined to be a city-sized airship that appeared. Yeah, I feel like we've read this one. Because this is all information I already knew. And I don't think we were told about it in the game. Yeah. We've read this one, haven't we? We've read number 6. Again, confirm if I have or not, but I feel like I've read this. Yeah, because the steam-powered tanks. I've read that one. I've read that one. Right, so we're done on the Black Records as far as I feel, anyway. Feel like we've done that one. So we should head in to actually investigate here with Musse. This should be fun. I want him to turn around slowly because he turns around that way slowly, but that way fast. It's like, oh, why sometimes slowly? I don't know. Whoa, sounds like someone's using the firing range. That rifle sounds familiar. Whoever it is, they're really going at it. Maybe I should take a look. Gotta be quiet so I don't interrupt. I have several questions here about this rifle. Why does she not... Like, there's got to be recoil from it. There's got to be recoil from it. So why is she not using the bit that's... I don't know what it's called. I'm assuming it's like it's something to do with the shoulder. Like, the bit that sticks out at the back. Shouldn't she be placing that into her shoulder for the recoil? Isn't that the point of it? I'm not an expert on guns, so literally asking here, no idea. So, like, shouldn't she be placing that bit into her shoulder for the recoil? So if she's not, is it just there as a design flourish? Could be. But anyway, I just cannot aim today. Perhaps next time will be better. I don't know, I was pretty impressed. Instructor Rean. Were you spying on me? You should have said something. Sorry about that. I just didn't want to distract you. It's rare to see you so focused. How about a break? Drinks are on me. My. How's a girl supposed to say no to an offer like that? That gun of yours is pretty unusual. That's a Reinford arts rifle, right? That's right, state-of-the-art too. It's based on orbital staff technology. Use normal bullets too, of course, but because it's so different from an ordinary rifle, it's pretty hard to handle. Looks like all your shots hit the target, so I'd say it gets passing marks. Actually, wait. Are you saying you'd be even better shot with an ordinary rifle? My grandfather used to take me with him on his hunting trips. I don't call myself a seasoned veteran or anything, but I know my way around a firearm. Is this the same grandfather who loves kimonos and tea ceremonies? He's got some diverse interests. But what prompted you to start training on your own again? Isn't it obvious? I'm part of Class 7 now. There's going to be a lot more combat than there was in military finance, and I want to be ready for it. And for what comes next. Comes next? Oh, it's nothing, just a personal issue. I'll need to get back to training. Give her the drink, Instructor Rean. Yeah, she's up to something. Like she's... I'll get to it. Musse, if you don't mind, could I give you some pointers? Huh? Rifle classes were part of my curriculum back at the main campus. While guns aren't exactly my speciality, I might be able to help out. At least for whatever comes next for you. Instructor Rean. I thought you'd never ask. By all means, take me into your hands and mold me, Instructor Rean. Oh my! Rean began to give Musse private rifle lessons, yes. He took everything he learned from the main campus, applying it to the lessons. See, like there, shouldn't she be either like putting that into her shoulder or her elbow or something like that? Although I suppose if it was in the elbow, you might dislocate your shoulder, and I would not recommend that. But please, like someone who's like more understanding of guns and stuff, please do let me know if assuming there's recoil on this, shouldn't she do that? And if there's not recoil, what's that bit for? Because I wouldn't know. Just the wooden bit. Basically, the wooden bit. Though Musse teased Rean the whole way through, her skills gradually improved. And then... Ah! You hit a bullseye with every bullet. Way to go, Musse. I did, and I couldn't have done it without you. Into the pocket dimension. Thank you, Instructor, for spending all of that time with me. I feel as though I've improved tremendously, and I plan to apply everything I've learned to our future battles. Thank you again. I can't wait to see you in action. Oh my. You're part of Class 7 now. I expect nothing but the best. Good luck, Musse. Of course. After that, Musse told Rean that she wanted to do a little more training on her own. Oh my. And Rean sorted himself out. You devious. Thanks to him, it feels like I've never stopped hunting. Looking forward to more of our private lessons, Instructor Rean. Yeah, it feels like she was messing with him now. The bond of Musse strengthened. Oh, yes. Up to 3. I'd love for you to give me a few more private lessons sometime, instructor. To think I was able to feel your warmth directly against me. I'm one lucky girl. Now you're just doing it on purpose. Well then, Instructor Rean, I'm going to go clean my rifle now, if you don't mind. Thanks ever so much for today. Oh dear, Rean, what did you set yourself up for there? Oh dear, oh dear. Dear, oh dear. Can you get up the stairs properly? Alright, so, in we go, maybe. Hey, Tatiana. Yes, what is it, Ash? Can you hurry up and not be startled by every time I talk? Whatever, you like mystery novels, right? I came across a really good one. I think you'd like it. I just finished it the other day, so you can borrow it. You mean it? Thank you so much. Surprisingly doing well, surprisingly. Yep. All our notes and reports are always so unorganized. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Meeting up with Ash is always a little nerve-wracking, but his book recommendations are always well worth the read. He introduced me to something called Woo Baby. Wait, where did you get a Woo Baby from? Meeting up with Ash is always... Yep. Where did Ash get a copy of Woo Baby? That's what we need to know. I don't think I can keep this up. Good news for Musse, but I might need to consider transferring. Kyrie? Did you say something about transferring? Well... I was thinking about quitting the tea ceremony club. How dare you? Really? Why? I joined this club because I wanted to become more manly. But I haven't been getting the results I was hoping for. I don't really understand his logic. Same. If you want to do something else, I won't stop you. Well, I haven't really decided what to switch to. Do have some reservations, though. I see. Tea ceremonies, huh? Must have taught me a handful of these things. In any case, Kyrie doesn't seem to have a grasp on tea ceremonies. Might be able to help him a little. Pour tea for Kyrie. Actually, I have some experience with tea ceremonies. If you don't mind, Kyrie, would you allow me to pour some tea? Oh, of course, I don't mind. If anything, it would be an honor. Alright, it's decided. Kyrie, you've learned all the basic procedures, right? Yes. In that case, show me what you've learned. I'll do my best. Rean prepared for a tea ceremony in order to test Kyrie's skills. He switched his clothes for some reason. Way of the tea ceremony, part 1, how to eat sweets. Alright, let's get this started. Before you have tea, have some sweets. Right? If I remember correctly. You know what? Screw it, I'm gonna look this up. Because I don't like how vague this is. I don't like... Alright, so tea ceremony... Just that you know what I'm searching. Ceremony... Kiseki, because that'll get it, won't it? I want to be careful. Where the tea ceremony on Neoseeker just tells you about this. Only tells me about this quest. Fantastic, that's brilliant. Right, so first question, third choice, eat everything. Though he took his time, Kyrie finished all of the dumplings. Thank you. You're welcome. Well done. I mean, I said no, I wouldn't be using guides and stuff, but that is stupid. That is just stupid. Well done. I have the tea ceremony, part 2. Prepare to drink tea. Please have some tea before it gets cold. Thank you. Instructor Rean's tea is exquisitely delicate. I forgot to do this before having the sweets, but I'm supposed to... bow head for grace. Thanks to heaven and the goddess. Praising the heavens and the goddess before drinking the tea. Well done. We have the tea ceremony part 3 after drinking the tea. Thank you. That was delicious. You're welcome. What do I do after I finish drinking? It's like, rotate the cup 180 degrees. Well, how would that make a difference? Harry gently wiped off the cup with his fingers, then wiped his fingers with a napkin. That was perfect. Good job, Kyrie. That was amazing. To be honest, I didn't expect you to know all that. I didn't expect to know all that. How could you know all that? You didn't bring it up at any point during the game. mean, sure, it's probably based on Japanese tea ceremonies, etc. So if you're in Japan and this is where this game's from, you probably know that already, but that's not how that works because we're not in that. Get the idea. Get the idea. Someone will comment about it as just covering it already based. Like, yes, I understand that, but over here in the West, we don't know that. So, well, some of us would. You know what I'm getting. I know a tea ceremony, but it's a different tea ceremony. British tea ceremony. Put the tea bag in, put the hot water in, you wait a bit, let it brew, let it stew. You can use a spoon if you want. Like, stir it around, squeeze the tea bag a little bit, get some more of the tea out. Make sure it's boiling water, by the way. Don't use a coffee machine for this, because that gets the water to 95 degrees. If you get the water to 95 degrees, it's not enough for a cup of tea. That's why coffee places are ruining tea, because they do not boil the water. If you don't boil the water, the tea tastes disgusting. Coffee shops are a problem. What was I on about? I don't remember. I started ranting about coffee shops. Thank you. I mean, I really had to think hard to find the answers. Instructor Rean, your tea was truly amazing, and the way you carried yourself was very cool. It's a good reminder that tea ceremonies aren't just for women. I am actually intrigued about learning about Japanese tea ceremonies, to be honest. It's just that sort of thing of like, I like tea. So it's like, I'd like to learn how other countries and other cultures actually prepare their tea, and it'd be interesting to learn, that sort of thing. Oh. Yes, that's right. And many aspects of tea ceremonies carry over to martial arts. Musse mentioned that too, but having a hard time grasping the concept. Well, let's see. You said you want to be more manly. Why is that? I guess I want to emulate my father. Oh, here we go. My father is very masculine and is a skilled swordsman. He's been my hero for my entire life. I see. Harry also comes from the family of a baron. It reminds me of my dad. But I take after my mother more. I was always teased for being girly. That being said, I am well aware that everyone has things they are more or less suited for. Which is why I got interested in tea ceremonies. I could discover my inner manliness. But I guess I wasn't suited for this either. Make it look easy, but don't be so hard on yourself. I actually think you've gotten manlier since you first came here. Huh? I can sense your growth as the leader of the medical team. Everyone relies on you during your field exercises. At the very least, you seem very manly to me. Oh. You're just focusing too much on your appearance, not enough on your actions. You said it yourself, you want to find your inner manliness, right? In that sense, I think the tea ceremony club is perfect for you. Practice the procedures until you can routinely perform them without any wasted movements. It's similar to martial arts. When you hone your skills, you will gain confidence. At least, that's what I think. Mastering the art of tea ceremonies will make me more confident. You're right. I have a better understanding of it now. It's great. Instructor Rean, thank you for all your help today. I'm going to take back what I said about transferring clubs.
I'm a proud Erebonian man.
Oh, I expected him to say the rest. And I'm going to find my own manliness. At least, I'll do my best. Yeah, that's the spirit. Yay, good for Kyrie. Bling. Still though, in those situations I am going to use a guide, especially because Neo Seekers seems to be perfect for this, because it just shows you the quest. Just that quest. There's literally nothing else on this page that I've got, which is like fantastic. I'm going to train for a little longer. Instructor Rean, thank you for today. Don't mention it. Because it's like that's just nonsense. Because that's a case of like, it assumes you know, which is just, that's so wrong. It's like if it had properly taught you these little details, like, I mean, it's probably mentioned them here and there, but we're talking about like properly had you go through the ritual. Because it's not Rean who's learning it, so it's not something we've gone through. It's something Kyrie's gone through, so if we'd had tea ceremonies constantly going on and then had this test, essentially, that'd be different. That'd be different. This feels kind of unfair, to be honest. Sort of feels a bit like the tests in Persona 3, 4, and 5, where it's sort of like, it's clearly Japanese-based. It makes sense it's Japanese-based. It's understandable, but it's still like, we have no basis for some of these things, so it's like, some of the questions go over our heads. if we're not accustomed to it because we're from different cultures. Understandable, like I said, understandable, but it's just like, kind of have to look up a guide so I make sure I get that right, because I assume I would get it right, because it would be an obvious question had I grew up in a Japanese culture. That sort of thing, if that makes any sense. It's sort of like, it's understandable, but also annoying at the same time. From a gameplay perspective. Yeah? That makes sense? I don't know. La la la. La la la. No exaggerating when I say that we made this song with Valerie in mind. And hey, it's a belter. All we need is some killer lyrics, then it'll be perfect. Too bad that's gonna be the hardest part for us. He's having a hard time with lyrics, but the Modern Music Club seems to be going well. Wouldn't have any bother writing lyrics about trains, that's for sure. Gustav and Valerie said that will not go down well, though. Which is fair enough. I'm assuming that's it. Right, so let's head over to the hangar then. Do 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 do. Green star. Oh, red up here. Let's see then.
Hey, good morning, Rean.
Good morning, George. Professor Schmidt, and Teacher too. Surprising to see you all here, in the place where you all work, apart from George.
We've been busy in the research building until now.
Oh, have you? Wait, were you in there all night?
Yeah, I just came to check in and boy was I surprised.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've seen each other, so he forced me to help him with his research. I just got back from a long trip, but no rest for the weary, I guess.
I know you aren't one to complain. Isn't that right? You should be honored to have helped me with my research.
Yeah. Some things never change.
I can never tell if they get along with each other or not.
You remind me of my grandpa and mom.
Oh, those two are really intense. Well, they say the more you fight, the closer you are.
George, do you know Tita? Alright then. Yeah, last summer I went to the ZCF in Liberal. Really learned a lot from her grandfather and mother, Professor Russell and Professor Erica. That's when I was told stories about the Divine Knights and Panda Soldats, which is one of the reasons I decided to study abroad here. I see, it really is a small world after all. Erica Russell was spunky, but she had tons of promise. She may become better than Russell and Hamilton someday, though she could never surpass me. Here we go again. Thanks for complimenting my mum. Isn't that Hamilton person one of the 3 disciples? Yeah, he's one of Professor Epstein's disciples, along with my grandpa, Professor Schmidt. Never met him, but heard he's an advisor at the Verne Company in the Republic. I tried to arrange a meeting with him, but he's really busy with his research right now, so I wasn't able to. Oh, I see. Your grandpa and mum and you really do have a lot in common, Professor Schmidt. Don't lump me in with them. Professor? It's nothing. Anyway, Schwazza, are you here for the test of the keep? Well, I saw your request, but you seem busy today, so this isn't for you to decide. I prepared everything, I just need to do the final calibrations. I guess he's off then. When you're all ready, come to the keep. George, 4th disciple, let's go. 4th disciple. Oh. Let's go, Tita. See you later, Rean. We still have things to do, so feel free to take your time. Understood. I'll see you later. Excuse me. 4th disciple. Sheesh, it's a good thing his disciples aren't like him. Guess I'll get ready and head to the keep later. It's a strange way for him to compliment. Really was. So where have those 2 gone? That's the question. But anyway. Actually, we'll do you later. Because I want to do the Panzer Soldat training. Will you be training your students today? I'm ready to deploy at any time. Make sure you are as well. That's a yes then. Right, so... Honestly shocked, I never thought George would come back. He even brought me some ZCF-made tools, really nice ones too. I did my own set after seeing Tita use hers, so this is really great. In fact, I'm going to use them on Val right now. Don't even know where to start. I know you're good, Mint, but let's maybe calm down a little before we start taking Valimar apart altogether. Sorry, I might have gone a little too excited there. But didn't the professor seem happy? So nice to his favorite disciple. Is he? I don't see that at all. But if Mint says so, I guess it must be true. Panzer Soldier training. Okay, Panzer Soldier training coming up. Should I call the Class 7 kids? Please, don't forget the new members. I'll be the only one they ever fight, so I'll have Randy help out. Call the class. Alright, let's get them all ready. Forgot to do this last time, didn't I? Alright, teach them a thing or two, Randy. Just leave it to me. Okay, Randy, show us what you've got. He's certainly a worthy opponent. But I will master our newly acquired Spiegeless. I'd have preferred a one-on-one. At least I get to take this Roger the Roger the Regal Red Knight out for a spin. We should support them as best we can, shall we? Well, alright. What we gotta do to win this time is rough up Randy's Hector. Ready? Go. Whoa, sitting on. Yeah, that's this. We're not kind of a partner. Alright.
You better be ready!
Should check the EX orbs as well, see if we can create some new ones.
Here we go.
Okay, so let's get that. A bit more than that, don't I? Okay. Good delay. Let's go for his head. Not his head, not his head.
Sure.
It's the arms.
Yeah! It's mine!
Blah!
Take that!
Ooh.
Now! Yeah!
Ooh.
Now.
Now, so... Speed down, I think is a good idea.
Yeah! Sure.
We'll try for the body, maybe it's got 100%. Well, 4 stars, you know.
Mine!
It's my turn.
No, the arms are better.
Our chance. It's mine.
My turn.
Alright, so let's get this impede going.
There!
I'm going.
Okay. Do that. Nice heal would be lovely. How do you heal basically a walking tank?
Sure.
Like when you actually think about it, how does that work? Get the defense down.
Eat this! That's what you get for being careless.
Lovely.
Here I go.
Yep, still the arms.
Wide open. It's mine.
Do it, do it. No.
Crimson Gale!
Why?
All right. Spirit.
Just trying to be careful there.
Yeah!
Now. Yeah.
Let's go!
Ah, I can't do that. Go for the head. Ah, damn it.
Nice!
Okay.
There! Sure.
Wasn't that bad, really, was it? Can get the defense down.
Eat this! That's
That's what you get for being careless.
I'm going.
Let's get those arts going again for some lovely heals. And how do you heal essentially a walking tank?
My turn. Yeah. There. It's mine.
Here I go.
Okay, so hopefully. I was over for the break and then
Let's go.
get that, but we should get it now anyway.
Each down. At once.
Yeah. Okay.
There.
It's mine!
Hoping it's enough, otherwise I know a way I could have done it slightly different. Get enough damage out.
Mistral Blade.
That's enough.
This is it.
I grew a little.
Lovely. There we go. We did it! We seriously pulled it off! Not bad. Good job, you three. And you two as well. Your support was very good. Thanks. I do believe this calls for a celebratory embrace. No. Ah, what a waste. Oh man. You going up against 3 people at once can really wipe a guy out. And he seems like he's completely fine. We could at least put on a more convincing defeat. True, but even so, I think we performed admirably. Indeed. French campus... shows the way to properly measure that. Really shocked never thought to come back. Okay, so...
I'm itching to get started.
Lovely.
Huh? Done already?
Let's just switch everything over, basically. Boom. Probably could have done that fight a bit better had I done that before. Oh well. Right, so I'm looking for Tita and George to see if they've moved around. As they could have done. They could have done. Just don't know. So I'm going to make a cut now, just wander around, just to see if they're anywhere. They might not be, so... Nope, don't seem to be in any places we've already visited, so we might find them in some of the new places we need to go to. Because we're going to end this part here, and in the next part we'll finish wandering around the school, because there's a few people to speak to in here, and then we'll head off to the keep, and it'll basically be a theory part with a little bit at the front, talking around here, I'd imagine. So, we'll see you then. Ta-ta. For now!